This is the Effing One Podcast with Adam and Luke.
As we talk everything Formula One motor racing.
G'day and welcome to Effing One Podcast, Australia's best only Formula One podcast. And after the excitement of the British GP, when the stay-at-home Viking Marcus Ericsson decided he would single-handedly make Formula One great again by crashing and bringing out the safety car, setting in motion a stream of events, 10 laps, the best we've seen of the season, where Sebastian Fingerboy Vettel won the race with Lewis Douche-Canoe Hamilton at second and Kimi last lap Raikkonen third. Well, that was spectacular. We now turn to the land of emission cheating, sausages and beer. Hockenheim, Germany. Das ist Obergroovy. To get the inside info, we need to turn to a man who is at his most peaceful when he's holding a handful of bratwurst. Willkommen, Luke. Was ist das? Und sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ah, ja, wie geht's? Das ist gut.
Das ist Obergroovy. We're at Hockenheim track, Lucky.
We are. Thank you, Sebastian.
Love the... Yeah, what's he doing here? Get out, Sebastian.
I know it's your home race, but get out.
So wherever you are, Luke, he turns up. Yeah. Love, by the way, the lederhosen that you're wearing.
Well... I left over from the Austrian Grand Prix, so I thought I might as well wear it again.
Dust it off. Instead
of buying another one.
They're expensive, and they're made of leather, so you might as well get a couple of wears out of them.
It's winter here, so I'm all warm. I'm happy.
Yep. The boys look cuddly and cozy in there, in those trousers.
Very, very cozy.
It is the native costume of Bavaria, so you're very specific with that. I don't think that's where Hockenheim is, though.
No.
Bavaria, but close. No. And yes, in case you're wondering, I am wearing my Euro party boy outfit. It's 100% pleather. And you are going to have to cut me out of this thing. Because I look exactly like Bruno right now.
I do not have any fortitude to be able to finish that. You're just going to have to wear it or it's going to become part of you.
Do you think the nipple piercing has gone too far? I don't know why I did that. But
that's I don't know why you did.
But it's the kind of dedication that it takes to be us on this podcast, because we have to wear the traditional outfit of the featured race. Yep. This is Hockenheim. I'm wearing a party boy outfit.
Tradition.
Right? Traditional.
German tradition.
Yep. I've got crutchless.
How far does that tradition go back?
Well, if you look at my back, you'll see I've got like crutchless chaps. It's all bare from the back.
That.
I know.
Something that can't be
I'll try not to lean forward too much.
Oh, God.
So, try to concentrate. Don't look at my eyes, Luke.
No, I'm not looking anywhere.
Don't look down, look up. Don't look up, okay? I've got eyes, you know. I've got feelings too, you know. So...
No, you don't.
Talk to us about Hockenheim. How does this track look?
It looks like
it's
a
fast.
racetrack.
It's fast.
So, the Hockenheim is a beautiful track that they ruined. Hockenheim had some nice long straights, some chicanes. It went through the forest.
Yeah.
Now they've cut it to bits.
Wait a second. They've cut the forest, or they've just cut the track?
No, the forest is still there. They just cut the track. You can still go around to the area.
It used to be beautiful. You'd go down and the pine trees, the forest, that's no longer there.
This was the track you used to... It was like your first race. If you get an F1 video game... That's the one, because it's the easy one.
Yeah, it is.
Some long straights, you get some chicanes.
And you could drive right over the grass and you wouldn't have to slow down. You wouldn't have to take the chicane.
Yep, no abolishing of laps or anything like that. You could just go flat chat and just hope every time you get to a chicane, see how fast you could go through it.
Yep.
But now they've made it difficult, more difficult. But yeah, it's a 17-corner track. Turn 1, turn 17, from pretty much turn 12... to turn 1. It's all the same track, but then they go into turn 2. It's a right-hander, and then it flows into this long turn 5 down to the hairpin turn 6. Heaps of great opportunities down there to overtake. A lot of side-by-side action going into turn 7 and turn 12, 13. Mm-hmm. Some good battles over the years with Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo. And after that race, Fernando Alonso saying this guy's one of the best guys in F1.
Yeah.
It's a great track. We're coming back to Germany after last year. There was no German Grand Prix because they were taking turns with the Nürburgring.
Yep.
Hockenheim can't afford to do it every year, so they take it in turns. Nürburgring went bust, so they can't host the Grand Prix. That's why there was no German Grand Prix last year.
Right.
The last one was run in 2016. And in 2016, the race winner was Lewis Dushkanu Hamilton ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, and Nico Rosberg. Don't know if you remember him, the untalented Nico.
Yeah. That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that Red Bulls would be that strong on that circuit. It seems like a lot of straights, a lot of high speed.
Well, there was a big gap between Mercedes and the rest. So Ferrari was never really in it that weekend. But I dare say Ferrari will be quite dominant. When you look at their grunt that they brought out at Silverstone, and Mercedes will be strong here as well. That big long straight from turn 4 to turn 6. There's a kink, they call it turn 5, but it's just this long flat out section.
Yep.
That's the main DRS activation zone 2.
Yep.
There's a small one between turns 1 and 2, but the main one will be down to turn 6 with a hairpin. Great place to overtake. You can go through side by side there, different lines into turn 7 and turn 12, like I said before, and 13 into the stadium section. Big race for Mercedes, home race.
Yep. And favouring Mercedes and Ferrari, and Red Bull, again, like we saw at Silverstone, most likely going to be the third.
Yeah, I think
with fastest car.
With the upgrades that Mercedes have brought with their chassis and the upgrades that Ferrari have brought in with their engines, Red Bull's third.
Yep.
It's their third in the championship. I can't really see them overtaking unless Renault pulls something out of the bag, which I don't think they will.
Well, they certainly wouldn't give it to Red Bull.
With the new rules, they have to. I think a lot of people have forgotten that with the new rules that everyone has to have the same spec engine.
You can't give them the old
where
dodgy one
before
from
Mercedes would take the first, and then next 2 Grand Prix later, Force India and Williams would get it. Now everyone has to have it at the same time. There's no favourites. It'll be a fun race. I think it'll be a good race. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like next week, but it will be a good one. It's 4.574 kilometre track, 67 laps. The lap record is Kimi Raikkonen from 2004, where we had some big screaming engines.
Yeah, the big ones, the noisy ones. Yeah.
He did a 1 minute 13.78. That lap record will cease to be.
Yep, going to get smashed this weekend. Shall we do some predictions before we jump into F1 news? Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
What a shame.
That we have an ongoing tally. We do a little tipping.
I lost all the paperwork for that. I am not sure.
That's a bad sign for you. So I'm assuming I'm doing quite well.
Maybe.
Really? So from memory, I was 4.
We're 4 ahead.
4 ahead. And now
we didn't cover this in the British Grand Prix podcast because I didn't want to.
You refused to. You blatantly refused to.
I was a diva.
Yep.
I threw all the pens out.
You were.
So I couldn't calculate it.
You were like the douche canoe. You were just whinging and whining over the
douche canoe
over the radio.
Podcast.
You were.
Once we got off from the previous podcast, the whinger meter it blew up.
It did. It peaked.
It couldn't handle my diviness. But I've calmed down. We've had a cup of tea.
Yep.
And yeah, you're up by 7.
Oh, snap, Luke.
It's like a Band-Aid. 7. I just needed to say that. Yes.
Just rip that Band-Aid off real fast. 7. Rip the Band-Aid off quickly. 7. I picked up 3.
Yeah. And
that's the biggest lead.
They were all my splitting of like, this one's going to do better in qualifying, this one's going to be in the race.
You're just panicking now. It seems like you're panicking.
I thought I'd try something different, and I wouldn't recommend it. And the thing is, fucking Leclerc's wheel coming off.
That didn't help.
No. So I got the point.
Because you were laughing at me. You were laughing at me when I didn't pick Leclerc.
Well, Leclerc got the point for qualifying, and then he was well in front of Ericsson in the race until old Terry ruined the pit stops and ruined my predictions.
Bloody Terry.
And then Ericsson went further in the Grand Prix and then crashed.
Yeah.
So he got further in the Grand Prix. Doesn't mean he's better, but he got further in the Grand Prix. So
I'll take it. So 7 points to me, looking good. Shall we do some quick predictions for this
Let's do
race coming?
Mercedes. I didn't actually go through the wins and stuff.
Oh, what, from Hockenheim?
No, from Britain. You know, when I said we'll do who's going to get the fast lap, who do you think's going to get on pole, who do you think's going to get the race?
For bonus points, is that what we're doing?
Yeah. I don't think we'll do that.
Why? Because it turned
No.
out badly?
I know. I think I did quite well. But, yeah, I don't see a...
Okay.
That's
Very generous of you. Very generous. So let's look at drivers and let's make our predictions.
Mercedes.
It's going to be Lewis and Lewis to qualify and Lewis to be higher than his teammate in the race. Because Bottas doesn't know how to overtake or defend. He can't do anything.
No. I don't know if Bottas was... He was racing in 2016. Where was he?
In a Williams?
He was in a Williams. He's
right
there
down the back.
in ninth.
Oh, there he is.
A lap down. Well ahead of Felipe Massa, but I don't think he finished the race at all. Oh, well, I'll go Hamilton.
Good. Good for you. Ferrari. Ferrari. It has to be Sebastian.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Kimi.
Oh, you're getting desperate now.
Now, the reason I'm going Kimi
Yeah.
is because it's Sebastian Vettel's home race, and sometimes he just doesn't do very well at his home race.
Interesting.
That's my only reason.
I like it. That's good. That's good. Red Bull, I'm going to go for Dan and Dan. Double Dan for me.
Dan was quite good in 2016.
Yeah.
And
Max, I mean, if he's not, if he either drives well, but he just makes a lot of mistakes. He's been good recently. What are your thoughts?
Ooh, I'm going to go Max.
Okay.
For both.
Interesting.
I could lose 4 points, or I could be gaining 4 points.
It's going to turn out really badly for you, my friend. What do you want to go? Renault next?
Yeah.
You have to say. I'm going to say Hulk.
In Germany?
He's at home. He's fast. He deserves a better car.
Yeah. I'll also go with the Hulk.
The Hulk. You want to go
Haas? Holes?
What about
Grosjean or Magnussen?
I'm going to have to say the crazy suicidal Magnussen for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Grosjean is just hopeless.
I'll go with Magnussen as well.
Yep. Good call. You should just do exactly what I do. What about McLaren?
McLaren.
Don't even bother. Keep going. It's Alonso for both of us. Keep going.
Double A.
Force
Toro Rosso.
Oh.
Hartley or Gasman.
I just can't see Hartley. His luck changing. I just think it's unlikely. Let's go Gasman. We like the Gasman, but we like Hartley. He's just super unlucky.
I'm going to go Gasman and Hartley to go further in the race. Gasly's going to have an issue.
Right on. Okay. Sure.
Not through performance. He'll just finish the race and Gasly won't.
Okay. Fair enough. What do we got there?
Come on, Hartley.
Come on, mate. Just stick around in Formula One. We like you. We need a Kiwi in there.
We need a Kiwi.
We need a kicking...
I'd like Richie Stanaway, but he's gone
We need
to
a
V8
punching
now.
bag. Everyone needs someone to laugh at.
Yeah.
And that's Hartley. That's the Kiwi. We doing...
Imagine if Hartley wasn't there. We'd be smashing Sorokin like it's nobody's business.
The best thing for Sorokin ever, isn't it?
Yeah. Have a look at Hartley. Not so bad.
Yeah.
Force India, Ocon or Perez?
I normally tip Perez, so I'm going to go for Ocon.
Ocon.
He's a talented young driver.
I don't know.
Pepe Le Pew.
I like Perez. 2016, Ocon wasn't around.
Yeah, and Perez is the kind of driver that just pops up once in a while, and he'll like make a podium out of nowhere for some reason. He's that kind of driver. He does bugger all for most of the season, then suddenly he'll have a couple of sporadic podiums. This could be one of those moments.
No, I'm going to go with you, Ocon. I do like Ocon. Yeah. But yeah, Perez is just he had a bit of bad luck. Well, he locked his rears and spun the car. That's not bad luck. That's just poor. But yeah, I'm going to go with Ocon. I'm happy with Ocon.
Good. Williams? Good. Williams?
Oh,
dear. Well, it's got to be the Rusky for me.
Rusky?
Can't see Daddy's boy, Lance Stroll, doing anything. Except whinging.
Oh, I don't think Lance Stroll has raced here because he wasn't around in 2016.
Well, there you go.
So I'm going to go with Sorokin as well.
Yep.
And Sauber.
Charles Leclerc or the perfect hairdo? Well, I'm going to have to say Charles. Let's go Leclerc because the stay-at-home Viking,
he should really stay at home.
he really needs to stay at home. Just
Not only did he dust off the Doritos, he also had to dust off half the gravel trap he went through into the when he hit the wall.
he did.
So that's our predictions.
All right.
Hopefully I can get some points back.
Good luck with that, sir.
Or I am in a lot of trouble.
You are going to be in so much trouble. It's not
I've never
funny.
been good with predictions.
You don't. Yeah.
I've got the insight, but it's just sometimes...
You're a library you're a wealth of knowledge, but when it comes to just tipping, just out of instinct, your instincts aren't great.
No,
Luke,
I'm horrible.
you're a scientist, and you're the guy at the bar that just can't get the date because you're too clever for everyone else. Everyone else in the nightclub knows how clever you are. They're afraid of you.
They should be.
They look at you and they go, "This guy's too smart.
Cool.
He's just going to make me look
like
silly."
Professor Chaos.
Pretty much, just sitting there in your professor's outfit and your smoking jacket, looking smart,
Smoking
and a pipe.
One of those lolly cigars. You know, the Big Boss cigars.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm the boss, eh?
Wise guy. It's time for the segment effing what? What have you got for us, Luke? This is where you like to blow our mind with some crazy talk of Formula One facts.
So I'm going to blow your mind,
Do it.
but I'm also going to blow it in a way, not like Sebastian Vettel would like, but in a way that we're looking back. We're going to go right back to the first World Championship race. We were just in Britain. We've watched the British Grand Prix, so let's go back 68 years to the first F1 sanctioned race.
Back
so
to
there was championship events, but this was the first Formula One championship race.
1950.
1950.
Yep.
At Silverstone.
Was that the very first race, Silverstone?
Very first race. They were trying to do the 1000th race at Silverstone, but April in England's not a good time.
Yeah.
It's cold, it's wet.
Yeah, cold. How many can you go back that far? How many races was in 1950 in the very first season? Do you have that information?
I love that you put these questions to me.
I'm sorry.
I can get it.
Sorry. You don't have to.
No, I'm going
You're
to.
good, but you're not that. I mean, you don't have a photographic memory.
No, I haven't looked back into how many races were in the first championship.
We know that Monaco was there. We know that Silverstone was there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'll read them out.
Oh, you've got them there.
So it was Great Britain,
Was
Monaco.
the very first? Yep. Monaco.
The Indianapolis 500 was considered an F1 event.
Is that right?
In 1950. Switzerland, Belgium, France, Italy. That's it.
There you go. And who won that season? Who was the champion of the season 1950? Was it Fangio?
Well, Fangio came second. He was 3 points behind Nino Farina.
Nino Farina won it.
Yep, won the first World
3
Championship
points.
from Italy.
Yep.
The
Alpha.
Argentine Juan Manuel Fangio came second.
Driving Alfa Romeos.
And Fagioli came third. But that's not what F1's about this week. What is about this week. Let's talk about the first race. So the race had... we can do another brief one. We're not going to do it too long.
Mm-hmm.
The average age of the field back then was 39.
Substantially older.
So we had 3 drivers in their 50s. 4, I think there were 5, were in their 40s. That's some old bastards driving around.
Oh, dudes right there.
What do you reckon the average lifespan would have been back in 1950?
Gee, that'd be pretty much it, wouldn't it? About
Maybe
50?
that was it. Just go drive until you die.
That's it. Just keep going, fellas. And they had the colostomy bag strapped.
The youngest driver, the baby of the field, was British race driver Geoffrey Crossley, and he was 29.
29.
Same age as Daniel Ricciardo, I think.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he, when The youngest driver to ever drive in F1 is Max Verstappen. He was 17 when he made his debut. So yeah, that's how much different it was back then. It was a...
They would have had some whistles on when they were talking. There was,
Of course they would.
Hey, Fangio, what's he driving over there, Fangio? Is that an Alfa Romeo's?
Despite their obvious speed advantage, Alfa Romeo were lucky to get 3 of their 4 cars to the finish after Parnell's Alfetta came into contact with an unlucky member of Silverstone's hare population. According to reports of time, the animal caused significant dent in the cowling of the British driver's car.
I thought you were going to say that someone in the audience, someone in the crowd got and lost their hair. Because they would have been standing right at the edge of that road, wouldn't they?
They were the hay bales of the time.
Before hay bales.
Everyone just linked arms around each other. And it was just like, oh, we have to hold still. If we get a car come, it'll bounce back off us. Just believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please initiate arm locking now.
And if there was any cars that crash into the crowd, they immediately launched the emergency leeches. They've killed him.
Oh, my God. Wow. That was before hay bales turned up. That was the latest technology when hay bales turned up. It was like, what? Yeah. Hay bales? Perfectly designed for race driving.
We could save humans' lives. Back then, they didn't care.
No.
You're going to a racetrack. These people are out of control.
You kind of expected to come home with a bloody face and a broken leg. We're going to the F1's, Mum. All right, well, I'll have the wheelchair ready.
Yeah, so that's
effing
little facts.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. What was prize money? Do we know what the prize money was?
I think you get a
turkey,
a ham,
a ham sandwich, some spam. One of your famous cans of spam.
That's probably where I got mine from, 1950.
It's the original spam that was awarded at that very first race at Silverstone.
Yeah. They had to shake up the spam champagne.
Yeah.
Sprayed everyone with spam. And there was estimated up to 120,000 spectators, which is pretty big.
Yeah,
I don't know if they all came home, but 120,000 turned up.
That's a lot of people. Thousands tragically died as they made a safety barrier, but some of them actually made it home to tell the tale of such a wonderful race.
And the pit lane starting grid was situated between Abbey and Woodcott. The cars lining up for the start in a 4-3-4 formation, not like the 2-2-2-2-2.
Oh.
So it's a bit like a soccer game, 4-3-4.
A 4, a 3...
And a 4.
And a 4.
Yeah.
How very strange.
Very odd. But that's Britain.
That's Britain. And good luck to you, Britain. Tonight, the World Cup, tomorrow morning, in fact, Australian time, the World Cup semi-finals. You'll be up? No. You record it.
I'll watch it.
It's 4 in the morning our time. That's early.
Yeah. I have watched a couple of 4 a.m. games.
Yeah.
But this one I won't.
It takes it out of you. It really does. But how good would it be to watch France-England in the final?
Oh,
there's an old rivalry.
That'd be funny.
What, Battle of Waterloo?
We don't have any French listeners, so for Effing One Podcast...
We can say what we like about it.
We don't have any Croatian listeners, but we do have people from the United Kingdom listening to us, so...
We're going for you, England.
We're going home.
It's coming home. It's coming. It'd be just devastating if it doesn't.
But I would really like to see a whole lot of English people crying.
It's
something that just warms your heart as an Australian. And since we're so shit at sport at the moment, it's really all we can hang our hat on is the misery of others.
We don't have much left anymore.
No. I tipped Belgium for the World Cup, but they got knocked out.
I thought they'd beat France. Yeah.
They all had some bad days.
Yeah.
But enough about
that's enough about the World Cup. It's time to check out what Kimi Raikkonen is doing right now.
What's that segment called?
At Home with Kimi.
I fade out really early in that because my voice is not good. I'm like the kid in the choir that mimes a song.
Mouth's moving, but nothing's coming out. Luke, you're sounding really good back there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a voice of an angel.
You do.
I see.
So this is where we take a look at Kimi Raikkonen. He is a character on the Formula One grid. People love him. He's the Iceman. He has no heart. We're not sure he's actually alive, but he's a character. So people want to know what he's doing right now. What is Kimi doing at this very moment in the capital of Finland, Helsinki. I was going to say Reykjavik, but that is not the capital.
That's Iceland.
That's
yes.
Iceland. Yes. Those Nordic countries are all the same.
They are.
They're really not.
No, they are.
They're cold. They're
That's
pretty
it.
cold,
What they have
and
in
they're all
common.
blonde.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful, beautiful
it's
people.
easy to confuse them. We've got a few listeners from
Sweden?
Scandinavian countries. Hi to everyone in Sweden. Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
That's
you know
not-
That's all the Swedish, you know.
That's not even Swedish. I apologise
And
for
I believe
that,
that
Sweden.
it's pronounced IKEA, not IKEA.
Is that right?
A
IKEA.
Swedish person told me that.
Ah.
Either that or they're just fucking with me.
Yeah, it could be something totally different.
You said the wrong bridge, motherfucker.
You just said you're a bald twat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's find out what Kimi's doing right now. We've had a suggestion from the Effing One Twitter page, and it is from Suba25, and they would like to see Kimi Raikkonen at home, and he's got the TV remote control, and things go badly.
Oh.
So let's see Kimi at home right now, at home with the TV remote control. Let's cross to Kimi right now.
Now.
Whoa. Hey. Okay. Oh, it's a long day. Long day drinking vodka. I'm going to sit here and relax. I'm going to watch my favorite television program. Okay, so you turn the TV on. Ah, fucking Will and Grace. I fucking hate Will and Grace. Where's the TV remote control? Hey guys! Where's the TV remote control? Oh no, I can't find it anywhere. Oh no, now I'm gonna watch this shit. Oh, she is so annoying. Her voice is grating on me. Guys! Oh no. Oh, it's okay, guys. I found the remote control. It's right here. Oh no, son of a bitch. There's no batteries. I have to watch the whole fucking episode of Will and Grace. Oh, God. How do I turn it off? I'm just gonna buy a new TV. Fuck this. Fucking guys! Fuck it!
At home with Kimi. Oh, Kimi. He doesn't like Will and Grace.
No, neither do I.
It's a shit show,
horrible
isn't it?
show.
I'm with him.
Horrible show.
I'm with him. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. She is annoying. You'd need to drink a lot of vodka to enjoy that show.
Yeah, I don't think
And
there's
that's
enough
him
vodka.
drunk. That's probably him drunk.
Yeah.
Imagine what he's like when he's sober watching that show. He'd be
He
super
probably
pissed.
really enjoys it.
He probably secretly loves it. Well, that was fun. At home with Kimi, it's always nice to check out what Kimi Raikkonen, the F1's craziest Finnish dude, is up to. So, Luke, any more comments? Anything
some
else you'd like to
news?
add? Oh, have you really?
Some F1 news.
Effing One news. I almost forgot.
Gunther Steiner is coming out saying that Haas needs to stop throwing away points. The teammates are clashing a little bit too
Yep.
much, and they'd be in a much stronger position in the second championship, as we're calling it, if they didn't throw away some points. Some of them are driver related, some are team related.
That's a no-brainer. That's kind of a given.
Bleeding obvious.
Bleeding obvious. They have had that many. They could have racked up that many points that have just gone, AWOL.
There is a movement. I believe some inside F1 people are saying that there should be points for everyone, which I think,
Just for what? Just for turning up.
great for Williams, great for Brendan Hartley, but points all the way down to 20th, which I think, when I started watching F1, it was the top 6 that got points. That's it. Now they want to. Now it's up to the
10.
top 10. So it used to be 10. I think 8 or 10, 6, 5, 10, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 or something. In terms of there was only six cars that got points.
Yep.
Now it's top 10. Winner gets 25 points instead of 10.
What?
And
is
now they're thinking about
on?
having everyone gets points.
That's
what's the point?
That's
Literally, what's the point?
What's the point of that?
You've rocked up. You've made it to the end of the Grand Prix. Here's a bunch of points. No, you don't deserve it. There needs to be a level which you achieve to get points.
Yeah, because when you're trying to jump into that top 10, you're trying your hard. You're all sitting at 11.
Every team's got points this year.
Hardest.
And that means everyone's been in the top 10 at some point, even Williams.
Exactly. And makes a point valuable.
Yeah.
This way, points mean bugger all.
Yeah. Well, they mean something to the championship, but if...
let's just give them a, best effort badge. Let's give them a...
That's what it's coming to, isn't it?
100% effort,
the nanny
guys.
state. You get the coach's award.
Oh, Jesus. Great job, guys. You finished the race.
You turned up.
Well done.
Here's some points.
You turned up. Oh, you didn't finish? We'll give you half a point.
Here's a pat on the back and some points.
Geez.
No.
I don't know what we're doing with those voices.
No.
That was weird. But it sounds like a ridiculous idea. Whose idea was that?
I don't know.
Tell them to go fuck themselves.
There's a lot of people saying F1 drivers need to be more like Kimi Raikkonen. I don't know if that's in regards to his aggression to TV remotes, or if it's got to do with his drinking, partying, or if it's just because he's Mr. Consistency. He's been on every podium except for one in this year. So maybe that's what they're talking about. They're talking about Kimi. He's been Mr. Consistency. He's scoring points where you look at the Haas drivers, you look at the Force Indy drivers, they're clashing with people all the time. They're losing points because of it. Kimi Raikkonen.
But he's the world's worst person to interview.
Oh, wow. Well, wow. He is, but...
You can't understand a word he says.
He was on Sky F1, and every time they have him, they give him some kind of challenge.
Right.
They've had a lawnmower challenge, and this week they had a hovercraft challenge. A great piece.
Yep.
He's smiling. He's having a great time. And that's what you want to see. But if you just put him in a press conference and ask him mundane,
that's
stupid
true.
questions,
That is so true. You're right.
That would put... So
Yeah.
I rate Raikkonen. He's a good personality. I don't like him as much as the personality, of course.
The personality.
Because
Dan
he
Ricciardo.
actually does
have a personality.
And he's funny.
Raikkonen's kind of like Dan, but minus a personality.
The
Cool.
pouty Ricciardo.
He's just the cool part without the personality.
Everyone's saying that Ferrari is now the F1 engine benchmark, overtaking Mercedes.
Fair enough.
Which I think that's been the case for a couple of races now.
Yep.
Toro Rosso investigating the odd Hartley suspension failure. The suspension failure he had in a free practice 3, which made him go straight into the wall and pretty much ruined his entire weekend. There's not much else after the
Contract
blowover.
talks.
Talks.
What's the latest contract news?
I've had no contract talks with anyone.
Okay. You're not going to be signed up for Sauber? That was the latest talk? Or McLaren? There was talk that you would be replacing Van Goong at McLaren.
I think I'm probably more of a chance of becoming the chief strategist at Mercedes.
Because that strategy's pretty simple. Just stay out.
See what they're doing.
And just
copy them.
Yeah. Just...
Ferrari's pitting, we pit.
Stay out longer. Or
pit.
let's pit after they've pit.
Drive faster.
Yeah.
That's my strategy.
You've got the job.
You guys
Mercedes-Benz, well done.
Thank you.
You're a natural.
See? You thought, Luke's not going to get a job anymore. Bang. Mercedes strategist. Chief strategist. I'll have to wear a chief hat.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me. You're overqualified for the job. Well done. It pays well as well.
It does.
Which is nice.
Yeah. It's better than my previous job. £3 an hour.
Yep.
But,
Training dolphins. Being a professional dolphin and seal trainer.
I can point to one. Look, there's a dolphin.
There's one there.
There's a whale.
I'll take a photo of that one.
There's a fat kid. A lot of fat kids.
There are a lot of fat kids at theme parks. Fat kids love theme. They're like it's like a beacon that's attracted to it.
They love a lot of things, mainly cakes.
Cakes and dolphins because they makes them feel better about themselves.
I've seen a kid drool over a dolphin.
Dribble on
He
one.
probably wanted to eat it.
Yeah, right. Getting peckish.
Can I get a deep fried dolphin, please?
Yeah.
And he's got a massive Coke in his right hand.
Super
This
sized
is
Coke.
not F1 related whatsoever.
No.
I'll cut this bit out.
That's okay. It can stay. It's fine. We took an odd turn, and I feel like I don't know how it happened. You know, sometimes it just happens. You go, how do we get here?
You said I trained dolphins.
That got weird. Oh, we're talking about you being a Mercedes Bond strategist.
Yes.
What? Mercedes Bond?
Bond.
Just say Mercedes Bond.
Mercedes Bond.
James Bond. Mercedes Bond.
It's late.
Oh, God. It is late. It's very late. Back to the news. Back to F1 news. Anything else?
Renault might actually make some money this year. First time since 2009.
Wow. Oh, good stuff.
Thanks to Nico Hulkenberg, basically.
Yeah. Doing it, flying the flag solo.
And selling their incredibly underperforming engines for an inflated price.
Unbelievable. Would you even pay for that engine? If that engine turned up at your doorstep,
I wouldn't COD. I wouldn't cash on delivery.
No.
I might sign it under your name and
That's something you would do. That is something that you would do.
Put this in the back of my car.
Yeah.
See what it does.
I'm not taking that. I'm just going to get my old V-dub engine and I'll use that. Thanks very much.
Interesting thing about F1 engines, there's not a lot of manufacturers saying, "Yep, we want to get in this 2021 engine regulation change." So a lot of the teams are like, well, if there's nothing if there's no new engine manufacturers that are going to come in, let's just keep it what it is. And I completely agree.
Right.
There's no point changing it because it's going to cost everyone a lot of money to change the layout of their engines, to change everything about their engines, if it's not actually going to change. If you're not bringing new manufacturers, if Porsche, Aston Martin, Cosworth aren't coming in, forget it.
Are they not coming in? Is that the latest?
There's more rumours as just saying, no. Aston
Audi?
Martin have pulled out and gone, no, we're not interested
Audi's
anymore.
not interested?
I doubt it.
Well, they've got no money after the...
Porsche, maybe. VW, I think VW screwed themselves over with their emissions failings. Cosworth could be, but if it needs to, I think Cosworth and that want a dramatic change of engines, where I think to go backwards and go out of hybrid and go completely back to old school engines, it's not going to happen. Mercedes will probably pull out. So if they're not going to bring anyone in, keep it. Keep the engines as they are. Keep the MG UK. Keep the MG UH. Keep the turbo. Keep everything the way it is. We're actually just going to be wasting money.
Yeah.
They can keep the development of the engines the way it is, but I don't see a point in changing engine strategy if you're not bringing new manufacturers in. Don't waste the money. You waste enough money on Freddos that McLaren do.
Yeah, they do.
Eric Boulier stepped down. He resigned.
Yep.
Gilles de Ferran became the sporting director, I think it's called. Gilles de Ferran's he's a cool bloke. I've met him a few times at Indy.
Yep.
He's a very nice man. And he should do a decent job. How much Fernando is having a say in all these moves would be interesting. But
he's not going to be there much longer.
Yeah, if Fernando's going to go to IndyCar. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's all my news.
Interesting time. And that is F1 News. Very interesting. Thank you, Lucas. We need to say thank you to Mrs. Luke for this.
Good job, Mum.
Well done, Mrs. Luke. What a sweet angel, your mother. She is our number one fan.
Yep.
Doesn't miss an episode.
No.
She's down. In fact, she downloads numerous times just to get the numbers up, which I think is a nice touch. That's on every device she has. She's downloaded every episode. And look at this lovely smorgasbord.
She even flew to Sweden to download it there, so our numbers went up in Sweden.
Thank you, Mrs. Luke. That's considerate. Thank you. It looks like producer Pete's been at this already. There's
a lot of bites taken out of
German
everything.
out of every sausage. He's had a mouthful of he's tasted every Wiener Schnitzel.
He said they're all salty.
Yeah. That's what he likes, though. We've got Kranskis. We've got Schweinehaxen.
Currywurst.
Yep. Sauerkraut.
Yep.
I don't even know what that is. It sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's one of the main dishes in Berlin. It's what they're famous for.
Oh.
Even I tried
What is it consistent of?
Curry and
It's curry.
sausage.
It's a German curry.
Yeah. It's like curry powder sausage, basically.
Okay.
Like it's brown.
I'll give it a crack.
It's all right.
I'll give it a go.
I was expecting something better, but
Yeah. It's edible.
oh yeah,
Unlike that bread your mother made over here. That's like that really dark rye bread.
That's an extra sourdough.
That's an extra sourdough. Yeah.
You might find a present of something sour that's in there.
You can see the sour coming off it, like in the air. It's just like a haze. That's interesting, that
It
one.
actually stings the eyes.
It doesn't.
That's how sour
It
is.
sure does. Or is that just me in my party boy outfit, my Euro party boy? I got to get this off. You got to help me get out of this thing.
I can't help you with that.
It's all pleather. It's 100% pleather.
It's beautiful though.
Thank you. Lederhosen. Love the Lederhosen.
Thank you.
Really
You
good.
should.
Can you do the thigh slapping dance?
I can. Not now.
No. Now's not the right time.
I can, but I won't.
You don't need to. You don't have to prove anything.
No.
We know you're a fantastic Lederhosen dancer. You don't need to prove anything.
Lederhosen? Later.
Later. Thank you, Luke.
Thank you, Adam.
It's off to Hockenheim. We go. Das is good. Make sure you listen out for the post-wrap wrap-up on the Effing One Podcast. And let us know what you like, what you don't like at Effing One Podcast. And we can't wait for it. It's going to be high speed. It's going to be action aplenty. And hopefully lots of passing as well. And Dan for the win. What are your thoughts? No,
I think it'd be a Ferrari.
It's going to be Ferrari, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck
I
it.
hope it's a battle like it was in the last race, Mercedes and Ferrari, as long as it's something interesting there.
Okay. Hasta luego, baby. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
See you later. Bye.